when we experience stress, whether emotional or physical, we tend to go for something high fat or high sugary food.
Yeah, it feels so much
Satisfied.
better. I don't know. It's just like a one moment of
Yes.
so good. You know?
Yeah. I have more. Hey yo, I'm Shen Yi,
I'm Ameerul. We are dietitians from Malaysia. We do podcasts. We do coaching.
helping you eat better in a sustainable way. Again, welcome back to episode 35 of Not
Are you
Only
sure it's
Diet
35?
Talk. Yeah. As per my memory, it should be fine. Yeah, episode 35. And then in which today we are going to share a little bit about something that everyone will face every single day. Yeah. Have you feel stressed before?
Of course.
Of course.
Yeah.
And what do you do when you feel stressed?
I will munch.
You munch.
Yeah.
What do you munch?
I don't know, like healthy snacks.
Wow. Indeed a dietitian. Right, but before that I always munch on junk food. Yeah.
Oh.
The my usual go-to, right, would be Milo with a lot of plain cracker.
Yeah.
Just mix it when I feel stressed
Mhm.
before I study about nutrition.
You-
So I would just eat.
You know, I've known you for I don't know how many years already.
Yep.
This is my first time knowing this is your your stress management.
And then I feel happy after that.
Really?
Yeah. Because of the sweetness, I guess.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep, and not to forget, in my Fine Diet, we aim to bring sustainable, healthy dietary behavior for everyone. I mean, this is something that we will always repeat in every of our episode. And
Always.
for those who are watching us from YouTube, you will see we have another guest today.
Yeah.
Yep.
Have you said about the topic today yet?
Nope, I purposely don't want to say about the topic.
Yeah, but I think I just want to give a little like
Heads up.
to
Right.
people out there.
Sure.
Like the topic that we are reaching out today, I feel like it's very, very niche because we are just focusing on that particular side of example. People wanna lose weight in a way, or people wants to improve their medical conditions.
Yep.
But the thing that we are discussing today is very, very niche, and the information that we are gonna give is, I think, something related to maybe we never really talk about it before in our podcast.
Yep.
Yeah, so stay tuned. I think in the next 20 minutes, we have someone very, very experienced, right?
Yep.
Shen
Yep.
Yi? Yeah.
Yeah, and she's also our senior.
You know when?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm so sorry.
Okay.
Every time we say like our senior, our
Uh-huh.
lecturer, I feel like we always bring our people. Yeah.
I
It's
mean,
okay. I'm just expressing.
True,
you know?
true.
Yeah, because I feel it's very quiet here, so I just try to make you
Got it.
tense out a little.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sure. And now everyone knows we find someone we know, our senior, to be our guest right now.
True.
All right, so let's welcome Karen to our Not Only Diet Talk. Maybe you can introduce yourself.
Okay, hi, Shen Yi, Ameerul.
Hello.
I'm Karen, or you can call me Qiao. So yeah, I'm actually dietitian from UPM as well, but now I'm working as a co-founder of Dietitian Made Consultancy. Yeah. So actually, we started Dietitian Made Consultancy. I think is same to my Fine Diet because we actually want to provide nutrition consultation service outside of the hospital setting, so that
Yep.
the public with health issues
Yeah.
also able to receive the proper nutrition support as well. Yeah. So another thing I would like to share is I'm actually preparing the digital consultation service as well, because I see there's a lot of people are trying to search nutrition information from online.
Yeah, true.
Even AI, ChatGPT.
Yeah.
Everyone, every day, everywhere.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so yeah.
But what do you think though about people finding information on ChatGPT?
Actually, I think that we also need to try to use those AI to enhance our skill, enhance our knowledge as well. Because somehow those clients or patients, they might ask us more about that we know as well. So actually, we, for myself, also using this AI ChatGPT to search something or faster my work.
Understand. Interesting.
Right. Oh, yeah, okay. Yep, that's
Purposely one.
purposely want to keep quiet. Right?
Yeah, purposely let you talk.
Sure, sure. All right. So as a nice introduction for our audience to get to know more what Karen is doing. Basically, we are serving the
Yeah.
same purpose to actually provide this dietetic service to the community.
Yeah.
Yep. So let's get back to the topic today that Ameerul mentioned just now. It's something very niche, right? That is something that related with stress.
Yeah.
Yep. So we are going to discuss with Karen in terms of what are the things that us as someone where we always have the behavior of reaching for junk food. Like me, for example, when I feel stressed, and then is there a better way for me to do it? Yep.
Actually, in fact, when you approach me to talk about this topic,
Right.
actually quite, how to say, interesting.
Okay.
Yes,
yeah.
because a lot of clients that come back for consultation usually having emotional eating issue.
True.
Yep.
Yeah. So also I actually started to study intuitive eating, everything, and also planning to get the counselor cert as well because of this. But I found out a lot of people actually just go for craving without knowing they are actually craving for that.
Yeah.
So the first thing I would like to highlight is we have to understand ourselves first.
Yeah.
We have to understand why we're going to crave and why we want to have junk foods for
Yeah.
that. So when we experience stress, whether emotional or physical, we tend to go for something high fat or high sugary foods.
Yeah.
So
Why
actually-
is it so? Is it? I don't know. I always get
Yeah.
I always get this as in, our client will get something sweet and then they take chocolate, for example. They feel better. Like, is there any scientific reason behind?
Yeah, if based on concept, based on theory,
Yep.
definitely one factor could be the fight or flight mode. So which triggers us to find something which is high calorie
Yeah.
to provide us fast energy to fight with the stress.
Yeah.
But somehow, craving also may be one of the stress management way that we build out as a habit naturally because those foods are
True.
usually convenient and easy to grab.
True,
And you
true.
just take it and then you just munch. So we actually create the loop. When we feel stressed, we go for those junk foods for temporary relief because of the dopamine release.
Yep.
Yeah, we want to have the happy hormones, but after that we feel guilty.
Yeah.
I feel why I eat a lot. Then after that you create more stress. So it turns into a loop.
Cycle.
It's a cycle. So if you want to overcome it, you need to pause a while.
But you
Okay.
need to.
Yeah, you need to stop. Okay, don't act right away. You just pause a while
Mm.
and then ask yourself, why do I want to crave? What exactly do I need right now?
But how do I ask myself when I'm like really stressed? You know, like I may not be able to even think about to pause.
Pause a while.
You know, I'm just gonna like, okay, there's like a kueh raya now in front of me.
Uh-huh.
I'm just gonna like grab it. So
Yeah.
how would I train myself to be that?
This is actually you have to practice.
Mm.
Somehow a lot of people that don't have this mindset. They just want to grab.
True.
But that's why I always talk to my clients. You have to think first before you going
Take-
to reach the junk food.
Mm.
So otherwise, you also can prepare notebook. Okay, when you feel stressed, you just write down everything.
Like a
Oh.
journal,
Yeah,
right?
you just write down. And
Is
then-
it like a distraction like that? Instead of I get the food,
Yeah.
but it's a distraction where, okay, let me just write down, do something else rather than
Yeah.
directly eat, then I feel guilty again. Is that
It's
how it
also-
works?
It also increases your awareness. Why you want to eat and why will you feel stressed. Sometimes you even don't know why you feel stressed. So you just write down everything and then you see on the notebook. Actually, what's the reason that you feel maybe angry
Yeah.
or feel very moody or
Yeah.
sad, everything. So when you write down, you more understand about yourself. So after that, like Sunny just now mentioned, probably something else to focus on, then the craving becomes lesser.
Somehow like a distraction. Distract yourself first.
I also think that because of like I sometimes have the stress. Of course, everybody has stress,
Yep,
right?
yep.
And I'm staying by myself, and I am the one who controls my groceries, for example. So I usually won't buy any snackings or any kind of like junk foods and put inside my my racks. So I found it very effective because I don't see it in front of me.
Mm.
So I think that's also one of the ways for me myself to distract myself. of course, to journal, or maybe I just go
Yeah.
for like a short walk. But I'm trying to say how important the food accessibility as well. Because when we see, we stress, we want a quick way, we take it. Yeah, so I think that's also a good thing for us to like remind
Yes,
this. Yeah.
correct.
Definitely.
Yes.
Yes. I remember I once, shared this technique, the one that you mentioned,
Yeah.
with usually children who like to take a lot of junk food. Just keep it somewhere. Or just don't buy it.
Mhm.
Just don't buy it.
Correct.
Then you won't see it.
True.
Okay.
Yeah. So at my home, usually I don't have any junk food, any snacks at home. I
At
just
all?
have fruits and
Wow.
biscuits.
Oh yeah,
and
yeah.
so-
When she say fruits, I tend to take the fruits because
Ah.
that's what available, right? Yeah.
That's the
But
healthy
there's
snacks that
another
you mean?
thing. There's another
Yeah.
issue here
Mhm.
because there is another client. She thought I don't want the junk foods. Okay, so I just put fruits, but she can finish around 5 to 6 apples in one time.
Oh, that's also
Yeah, that's another
high
issue.
calories.
Yeah.
Yeah, true. That would be an issue as well.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So another
Okay.
things we can try is
Yeah.
exercise.
Oh,
Yeah.
so that is a second
Yes.
second things that we can
Yes.
do.
Yeah.
Exercise.
Yes.
All right.
So you pause a while and then you dump the thought. Then after that, move your body. Because sometimes stress is also usually accompanied with body tension.
Yeah.
But we no need to go for gym. We also can do whatever we can. For example, you just follow YouTube video and dancing or stretching. Okay, or even you go jogging, badminton.
True.
This is
Yep.
another way to relieve the stress.
Yeah.
Also, exercise is not only for like relieve physical stress, but also release the endorphins, which is the natural mood booster. Because I found out most people who go to exercise, they're able to manage their stress
I
better.
agree. Yeah.
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 That's very true.
That's very
Yeah.
true actually.
Especially when
You?
you sweat a lot already. I mean, I do jogging back then
Uh-huh.
when I was studying, stressed with study. I would just jog around the college. Yeah, and I feel satisfied.
Yeah, it feels so much
satisfied.
better. I don't know. It's just
Yeah.
like a one moment of
Yes.
Ah,
you know.
yeah. I have more time to think about the stress things, for example.
Yeah. Especially
Yeah.
you stress, you go to outside, you go to outdoor exercise will be more effective compared to indoor exercise. Yes, because
Mm.
of the vitamin D as well. It
And the
helps
view?
also. Yes.
And the view.
True.
True.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because if I'm imagining every time when I'm stressed, I need to do some workout, for example, in my own room, that might be
More stress.
That might be more stress as well. As in like, okay, it's always the same. It's always the same. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, it's okay. That's another topic. Because I was about to say like
Yeah.
another way, maybe
Uh-huh.
not the thing related to exercises, is that this is more of like mental or like psychological side of it.
Yeah.
I will usually vent out to someone and like would just call someone to distract
Ah,
myself
yeah.
and talk about it. Like, hey, I'm really
Sure,
stressed. I just
sure.
need to talk to someone. It's okay. You can choose not to reply anything, but I just need someone to be a sounding board. Yeah, so I mean that's why I say it's not really related to like nutrition or stuff, but
Yeah.
that's one of the way for me to manage my stress instantaneously as well.
This is another positive way to, to manage your
Yeah.
stress. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very interesting. I don't know why, for some reason, but by you saying that renting out,
Venting out.
renting out.
What do you want to
Venting
rent? What do you want to rent? Yeah, I mean, it can be renting as well. Renting out.
Yeah, renting out. Let I mean talk to someone, right?
Yeah.
And then exercise, move our body as well as pause a while.
Yeah.
It sounds to me as in you just don't. It's just a barrier before you get the food. It's like a distraction, which leads to I'm wondering right now what would be the other things, the third things that we can do. Is it something related with we are distracting ourselves or
For me, it's actually to better manage yourself, to manage your body conditions and also your mental conditions. Because a lot of people, they just do whatever they want, but somehow they not really understand actually your body needs and your mental needs. Yeah, so
What do our mental need? Yeah.
like nutrients or like rest, because some people may not get enough sleep,
Yeah.
not enough rest.
Yeah.
That's why you trigger more emotion reactions. Then you go for food craving because when we're reaching for the junk foods, it's
Yeah.
actually we are finding the emotional release way.
True.
So yeah, it's still the same thing. So you can change it. You can twist to other positive habits instead of just go for those junk foods.
Understand. So you wouldn't be giving advice that, okay, instead of like us reaching out junk food, we should be reaching out like fruits or vegetables.
But still, this is another behavior that I
Mm.
just now mentioned, because a lot of people might think, I don't want, I think that junk food is not healthy. Then I go for those healthy foods. This is not a right way as well.
I see. I
But
see.
somehow we can still use nourishing foods. We have to know that why I'm taking this, because I need more nutrients to support my mental health.
Understand.
Yeah.
I think it's more of like my way of the direction of my thinking is more of like, if people are listening to this and they don't have any knowledge about diet, and they know for the fact that if we don't take junk food, fruits is better, and we're trying to give them like an alternative for them to like make it better. So if we
yes.
are not if we are saying that, okay, we shouldn't take fruits, and then
True.
we just need to walk, I think it just makes people feel like, so what should I do? It just make them like even more stressed. So so it's all go back into knowledge. It's all go back to into food accessibility, right?
Yep.
But then maybe to make it even more practical, if you see where I'm coming from right now, how much they should be limiting themselves. If like for them to be aware, okay, fine, I'm stressed. We acknowledge that we are stressed,
Yep.
right? And we
Yeah.
see the food, maybe just the junk food really give them that
Yes.
temporary relief. How much they can take, like.
So you just take
Yeah.
a small bowl,
Mhm.
and then you just take the pieces,
Mhm.
fill it in
Mhm.
the bowl,
Yeah.
and then you just keep away the package.
Yeah,
Then you
yeah.
just take the small bowl to
Yeah.
eat. And usually we will ask them to eat slowly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or you
Yeah.
just put a stopwatch. You put the
Oh,
timer.
interesting. That's
You just
interesting.
put the
Yeah.
timer there.
Uh-huh.
Then you just watch the timer, and then
Yeah.
you eat your chips.
Yeah, yeah. What about fruits? Like how many they should take?
Fruits
limit?
as well. Fruit, you just take one whole apple or orange, because usually people just want to have some refreshing.
True.
Yeah. Then you can go for maybe sparkling water with lemon or lime also. Yeah, this is also helpful.
Yeah, just to give that refreshment kind of
Yes.
feeling, right?
Yeah.
I understand.
Yeah.
Cool.
My partner also. She actually he likes to have like milk tea,
I see.
the chagi milk
Yeah,
tea.
And then
Then
how
after that,
you advise on this?
So just ask him whether you want the sweet taste, or actually you are feeling hot. You
Yeah.
want something cold.
Yeah.
Then you just prepare the sparkling water. You put some ice cubes.
Which is
then-
enough, actually. Yeah.
So after that, he is satisfied with that.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's really the mindset. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's another filter that we put on our mindset rather than just going to sweet drinks. You
Yes.
find alternative.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yep. I see both of you coming from, because Karen is coming from a perspective as in, when you want to feed yourself, you're still going to feed yourself, you might as well go for something else rather than you might feed some unnecessary calories or nutrients. But from your perspective, it will be more towards, if let's say the munching, the feeling of eat something is just the things that you want to do,
Yeah.
then you can go for alternative
Yeah.
rather than just go for other things. Right. Very interesting. How about the third one? Or do you have anything to add on based on the point just now?
Exercise. So
Yeah.
back to the exercise part.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So actually we can combine something we have to do with something you love to do. For example, you play some soothing music while exercise. So it also helps to relax your mental stress.
Yeah.
And also you have to take care is watching drama, because a lot of people will watching drama while exercise. But drama is actually usually I would say emotionally charged with conflict, plot twists. So too much informations may trigger more emotional reactions.
I see.
Yeah.
So
Whoa, this is
So
something
you
that I never
experience
realized.
Yeah.
I didn't experience before because I think by watching drama while I'm exercising is something very, I cannot focus that much on things.
Or you
Yeah.
mean like when people stress, they exercise and they watch drama?
Yeah.
I think
Oh.
she's trying to say when you do exercise, one of the option is some people might watch drama when they are doing exercise. But what happened inside the drama itself, you are also feeding information.
Yeah.
But sometimes there might be some conflict, plot
Yeah.
twist that might, maybe some sad
Trigger.
story that makes your emotion, why they are like
Yeah.
that, etc. Is
And
that what
also
I mean?
you will have to think about I'm also having this kind of issue. I'm so stressed as well. So this is not a right way. Unless you're watching some drama, is full
Funny
of,
one.
yes.
Yeah.
Comedy. Yeah, already that
Yes.
helps.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So another one, the third one would be you can doing other activities like Ameerul mentioned just now, because doing other activities also to give your brain something else to focus on,
Yeah.
to avoid further craving for junk foods. So
Yep.
you can shift your focus by doing something small but engaging. Okay, it's also helpful. For me, yes, because personally, I always feel relaxed after cleaning my room, organizing my
Yeah,
desk, or
yeah.
even cleaning the toilet.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
So
Maybe
yeah,
even washing the dishes. Yeah.
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 So it feels like the mess in the mind has been cleared at the same time. So when the physical clutter disappears, so it's as if the mental settles down too. Yes.
Understand.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
It reminds me of one of my friends. Whenever she feels stressed, one thing that she will do: wash the toilet bowl.
Interesting.
Something unusual probably, but
Dude, it's not unusual.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
don't clean your
Yeah.
toilet bowl.
Yes.
when I feel stressed. That's the thing. When I feel stressed, yeah, like when she do so,
Yeah.
I mean,
Actually,
she's the only
it's-
one. She's
It's
the only
really getting better.
one.
Yeah, when you see what the things it become
Yeah,
cleaner.
cleaner, true. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I also was scrubbing the walls and after
Yeah.
The-
So your stress coping mechanism, instead of reaching some food, you will do the house chores.
yeah. So you feel lighter. Then I can continue focus my work. Yes. And another one we can try is to start explore new hobbies, like such as painting, doing puzzles, knitting.
Knitting, yeah.
Yes, because sometimes junk food cravings not because of the stress, but because of the boredom, emotional emptiness.
true.
We just want to have something.
Yeah.
So that's where having a personal hobby can be another powerful alternative. Yes. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And this also
Yeah.
rewire your brain to seek the pleasure through those meaningful engagement instead of junk
food
foods.
craving. Yeah.
Yes.
Understand.
Okay.
Yeah, so these are the three main things that Karen was mentioning, because I initially thought that it's just gonna be everything nutrition, but what you are giving is very, very realistic. Yeah, it is something that people wouldn't even think about this, and I like the fact that you remind everybody to just take a pause.
Yes.
Yeah, rather than us like deciding directly to just take the junk food, take a pause first. Yeah, and then decide what we want to do next. For example, go for exercise or maybe play some games, clean toilet bowl, like yeah,
Yep.
a lot of
Yep.
things. Yep.
Yeah. Of course, I would say, if you really need some food, like Ameerul just now, or you really want to have junk foods, you can go for it. But just take a small bowl,
Yeah.
and then you eat slowly. That's another technique. But before that, I would like to share the three methods.
True.
Then after that, you only go for those junk foods.
I mean, it sounds wrong, but then I see where you're coming from, because at the end of the day, maybe the desire to take the junk food will be
Yeah.
lesser, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Shen Yi.
Cool. I think I just want to summarize the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Before, I mean, if let's say you have anything to add on, both of you have anything to add on, but throughout the whole conversation just now, it just gives me an imagination. I don't know, that picture just come to my mind, as in when you are feeling stressed, that is just a stimulus that you are having. But you imagine you are actually holding a torchlight on your hand in a cave where you can't see anything. Okay? When you're feeling stressed, you are the one who choose to point on the torchlight and focus on the things that you wanted to do. Instead of just looking at the junk food, you can still do other things, as in take a pause, and then you get to do some exercise or try something new or clean your house and etc. Yeah, and of course, if let's say junk food is the only things that you're looking at, for sure, we emphasize again, try to just limit the portion, get the satisfaction, and instead of get full with it.
Yeah. And it's also closely related to habit lah.
True.
Yeah, once you build this habit of like stress, food, then definitely every time you find food. What if stress, I'm gonna go for like, I don't know, exercise.
Yeah.
And maybe it will be a different association as well.
Yep. And if let's say,
Yeah.
if let's say when you feel stressed, you go and do something already, probably you still feel like you want to get that junk food again, just make sure you taste it for your own pleasure, just a small portion.
Yeah.
It'll be fine. Yeah, what were you saying just now?
Let me let me think about it.
Yeah.
So actually, those junk foods is probably something memory in
Yeah.
your mind
Mm,
because
true.
since young, maybe your parents
Yeah.
give you as a reward the
True.
junk food
Mm.
as a reward. So you just remember, because the junk food provides happiness to me or provides the pleasure to me. That's why when you feel stressed, you go for this.
Yeah.
So this is the thing we need to adjust.
True,
Yeah.
true. Yeah. Awareness, education. Yeah, we
Yep.
have to keep going as a dietitian said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Cool. I think anything else that you want to add on in terms of anything you have prepared before this podcast? That important information or some awareness or things.
Back to the basic, because healthy eating is focused on three elements, which balance, moderation, and
variety.
Ooh, luckily the same. Alright. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so these three things is more important.
Understand. Wonderful. Anyway, Shen Yi, she already did the summary just now.
Yep.
It's a very interesting topic, as even Karen said earlier. It's very
Yep.
interesting. It's very, very niche. But it's a common problem that we never really acknowledge that it is actually a problem. I give you a very easy example because we also have our own coaching program.
Yep.
Like my client, like example when I was doing the diet recall, right? I don't really see what is the problem of the diet. Example, like he or she already knows that the BMV, right? The balance, moderation, variety. The food is already good. Got veggie, got good amount of carbs, protein, and fat. But the problem is that I never really know that example. They had like a stress moment because of
Yep.
work, for example. Then when I dig more inside, actually they have a lot of like stress eating episodes, right?
Yep.
So without we realize it's not because of the main meals, but it's because of this kind of like junk food or like a stress eating.
Yep.
Yeah, so that's why I say it's very, very niche and it's a very important information for us to do before we, some sort of like look into the solution.
Definitely. And I really
Yeah.
believe, because our topic,
Mhm.
I mean, not our topic, the title of our podcast is not only diet talk.
Yeah.
And basically in this episode, we didn't really talk that much about diet.
Yeah.
We didn't really talk that much
Yeah.
about diet. And I truly believe this episode is going to be beneficial if, let's say, you or someone around you
Yeah.
might be experiencing, he or she might telling you, oh, I always eat whatever lah. Don't be like me, take Milo and a lot of plain cracker. But if let's say your friends or your family, they have this stressful eating and they always reach for junk food, feel free to share this episode with them.
Yeah.
So that, they can get some very practical advice on what they can do. Yep.
Thank you so much, Karen, for
Thank
your
you,
time.
Karen.
Yeah,
Thanks
thank
for
you
invitation.
No worries, no worries. Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you like this episode, don't forget to follow us on Spotify and YouTube, and as well as Instagram as My Fine Diet. Thank you, everyone.
Have a good
that's all
day.
for our episode today. Bye bye.